I want you to take a look at this. Here are the birds, the broilers. Today is their 22nd day. Actually, this is the beginning of their 4th week. They are getting bigger. The accommodation is getting smaller. The feeder can no longer enable many of them to eat at the same time. So this is a call for me to change, make a lot of adjustments, starting with increasing the size of the room for them to feel comfortable. And I want to share one or two things you might learn and apply in your farm about floor spacing. And the video is starting right now. In poultry, floor spacing is like a welfare package you give to the birds to perform well. If you don't give them enough floor space, you see the birds overcrowding themselves. You will notice that the stronger ones will be the ones enjoying the feed, while the weaker ones will be pushed aside. The drinking will not go around evenly. The birds might start generating more body heat. The litter gets wet easily, and also if there happen to be any disease outbreak, it's spread easily because the birds are overcrowded and they are not comfortable. So for better performance, you need to increase the floor space. Now in this video, I'm not going into the calculation of floor spacing because it's all about calculation that will enable you to know how many birds in adulthood are meant to occupy a particular poultry house. So in this video, I'm only going to be using common sense. Using the video I've already shown you in the introduction of this video, the birds have gotten bigger, so there is need for me to increase their space. So today, I'll be doing one or two adjustments for them to feel comfortable and perform better. So starting with, I'm going to be removing this trampoline so that there will be more cross ventilation, because at this point, from the 4th week, the birds don't need anything like brooding anymore. They can handle any form of temperature that comes their way, especially cold. If the temperature is lower, at this point, since they feathered, they can control it. Then if there is heat, they can still know how to adjust and open their feathers so that breeze can pass through. So I'm going to be extending the poultry and then bringing the birds to this side. Actually, I'm going to be terminating it here. Here that I have a lock so that the water won't flow all through and be wasting in the section that they are not yet going to be staying. So I'll be terminating it here, and then probably the next one is here, although the lock is somewhere here. So these are the things I'm going to be doing for the welfare, to improve the welfare package of these broilers. It will help them to perform better. Number one, I'll remove this trampoline over here. Number two, I'll open this trampoline over here and this one here. Then number three, I'll be cleaning up this place. Actually, I did a lot of shitty activities here. Here was the place I do sprayed the charcoal during brooding. You know, some of these charcoal come in wet. So here was the place I do spray them and then select the nice ones and leave the tiny ones that might generate smoke. I still have the 3 feeders here. Some of these things are the remnants of the charcoal we used. Yeah, this charcoal. These are wood shavings. In fact, I'll be cleaning here up, and then when I clean it, I will use this. We constructed this to use it to be extending their space a little by little. I'll be using this. Let me go back a little so you can see it. I'll just bring it in and then demarcate where the extent I don't want them to exceed at the moment, because I don't want to overgive them space. Because if you give them more space than their body need at a particular time, that means you will spend more materials in raising them. Because number one, I'll have to put more water to accommodate to the extent I'm leaving them. So due to I don't want that and wasting medication, I'll be terminating it somewhere here. I will also be introducing more feeders. Good enough, we have binding wires that are already suspended. We have more of them. So I'll be introducing more feeders so that feed can go around more evenly. So that's basically what I'll be doing, and be sharing some things you need to know about this floor spacing and improving the performances of your broilers along the way.
A few moments later.
Okay, these are the things I've done. I've cleared the back over here. I've removed everything. And then I brought a demarcator. It's just a wooden work that we did, and then we use nets to block it. And then the spacing between over here, I just use feedback to patch it so that the chicken won't escape from there. Let me get back a little bit so you understand what I mean better. Okay, so we've opened the space. First thing we did was to sweep this place and then clear up everything. Then the next thing was to remove everything. And yeah, I also introduced an isolation center, which I didn't mention earlier. These ones are obviously smaller than the rest. And then I introduced new feeders and made sure that all of them are hanging. No feeder is on the floor right now. What's now left is for me to put feed over here for them, and also release water. So to do that, I'll have to lock this one to make sure that the water that I will release will not exceed this pot, and also lock this one over here. And finally this one. So the next thing I'll be doing is just to release the water here. Release this one too, and this one over here, so the water can flow and reach this other side of the pipe, but it will not exceed this pot. And this one. That's basically what I've done to increase the floor spacing. What are your practices in increasing floor spacing? Especially when you are making use of common sense, when you are not using the calculation formula. How do you do yours? Feel free to leave any comments or question in the comment section of this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and then see you next time.